Good evening, Namaskar. I hope I am audible. Hmm. Uh, Geography optional. I have gone through two seminars in last few 20, 30 days. Now, there have been a number of queries about geography optional. So, I thought of meeting again. Most of the queries are centered around two questions. A, whether geography is scoring or not. And very often students are drawing comparison of geography with the other optionals like anthropology, mostly sociology, even economics, even literature subjects, history. So students are in habit of drawing comparisons and then taking their decision on the basis of their own assessment. But more often I have found that you are mostly going by the rumors and mostly accepting the talk of the town. In last 3, 4, 5 years, probably in last 5 years, it is said that geography hasn't produced great results, but this is to be verified by all of you on the UPSC websites. Sometimes it happens that the results are not highlighted for some reason, but the total number of results for geography are still the maximum. So, in terms of results, geography is the top subject. That is one point. And the second point is whether geography is scoring or not. That is what we have been mostly asking. Whether 300 plus or not. If other subjects like anthropology or, I don't know, sociology and other subjects are giving more than 320, whether geography can score more than 320 or not. And why I started my workshop with this particular question, because this was the question which was asked mostly by the students even after the seminar. Geography has scored even 343. In a certain year, I cannot give you the exact data here, but in a certain year, geography has scored 329 and 336, 343. And I'm promising you that this year also geography will score more than 320, and that too for many. Now, what happens that whenever a subject's score crosses 320 or more, it suddenly attracts students, the attention of the coaching institutes, the teachers, the mentors, and that subject begin to become more popular. Geography as an optional in PT. 40,000 people appeared with geography optional in PT. 3,000 people qualified in prelims. While from other subjects, the same number of students are appearing in PT, same number of students. But only 1,200 students are qualifying. So geography is giving you that maximum, thrust, push in the PT level, in the first level of the civil services examination. So geography ka the biggest advantage is with PT only. And if we have 3,000 results, the ratio of success, even if 150, 156 are qualifying in the final list, then still because of this larger number, this ratio will look less. The percentage success will look less. And with other subjects which have less number of people qualified, and even if they have 50 results or so, the ratio will look better. The success percentage will look better. Geography has, by UPSC own analysis, geography has the highest number of results. Say 150 results have come in the final list. Now, these 150 results with geography, the total percentage ratio of success goes 5.6%. कम हो जाता है. क्यों कम होता है? Because the number of people appearing in the mains are much more. Now, why mains में more people are appearing? Because it is providing the thrust, the impetus in the PT examination itself. PT में geography will have around 40 questions. When I talk about geography and role in PT, geography and role in PT, you will find that from physical geography plus mapping plus agricultural geography plus environment and ecology, there will be roughly 10 plus 3 to 5 plus 5 plus around 15. So roughly you will find around 35 questions. So that is what helps a geography student to qualify in PT. The point I am trying to make today is that even the number of students appearing with anthropology or sociology or any other good optional subject are equal to geography. More number of people are qualifying their preliminary examination with geography optional. Therefore, the crowdiness is much more in the mains. And seemingly, it looks like that more number of people appear with geography in the mains. This is true, but the same number of people equal to the other optionals like history, Hindi literature, they all have 40,000 plus students appearing. So all these, the number of students appearing at the PT level with the other optionals, major popular optionals are more or less the similar. But people are more qualifying PT examination with geography optional. So there is a kind of crowdiness at the mains level. And at the mains level, when you have 3,000 people appearing with geography and the success of 150 students in the final list, so ratio will come down, the percentage success will come down because of this crowdiness. And what happens that even if you have 75 people qualifying and the total number of people appearing here are 1200 or 1500, whatever, so the success story of this optional, maybe anthro or whatever, these are the most popular subjects these days, they will look like, more the percentage of optional, anthropology optional or history optional or socio optional, whatever, will look much more. The point I'm trying to make is geography gives you the maximum result in the PT. Therefore, maximum number of people are writing their mains with geography optional. Geography as an optional is giving you decent amount of results, more than any other optional. The percentage results are shown little less because of the crowdiness, or because of the more number of students appearing in mains with geography. Now, why more number of people are appearing with geography optional in mains? Because the success rate of geography in PT examination is much more. It is not because more number of people are appearing with geography optional. ऐसा नहीं हो रहा है. ज्योग्राफी से ज़्यादा लोग अपीयर हो रहे हैं. मोर नंबर ऑफ पीपल आर अपीयरिंग विथ sociology, anthropology, and other popular political science and other popular subjects, Hindi literature, history. तो लेकिन पीटी में सक्सेस ज़्यादा आता है. क्यों सक्सेस ज़्यादा है? बिकॉज ऑफ द रीज़न दैट ज्योग्राफी covers your environment, agriculture, plus its own set of questions. So crowdiness at mains level is because of the high degree of PT results. That is the positive side of geography, which has been shown as the negative side by many other students and your compatriots. Okay. Now ये मैंने पहला एनालिसिस बहुत मेहनत से देखा था. Then second question which was asked mostly was ज्योग्राफी से सक्सेस रेशियो कम है. मान लो 3000 लोग अपीयर किए एंड ओनली 5.6% क्वालिफाइड. सो इन कंपैरिजन टू अदर सब्जेक्ट्स इट इज़ 1 or 2% लेस द सक्सेस रेट. देखो एक सिंपल सा कैलकुलेशन है कि इफ देर आर 5 people with zoology appearing in the mains and 3 people have qualified, so success ratio will be roughly around 60 plus 60% इसका success ratio आ जाएगा. तो जिस सब्जेक्ट में the subject which are having more greater number, large numbers, even if the success is greater, the ratio will be shown as, the percentage will be shown as little less than the other subjects. And that is what has been taken as the weak point of geography, and that is what has been highlighted. So that was my first point which I made. Then second question was whether geography can score more than 320 or not. Yes, it can score. 343 has been their scores. 329 has been their scores. So it can score. And then I told you that the subject which is giving you an average score for more than 50-60% students, 240 plus or 250 plus is a better subject than some or two some students scoring 320 plus in 1 or 2 subjects. कोई एक दो सब्जेक्ट में 320 आ गया तो that becomes landmark. But you have to see the average score and the success number of success also, and also you have to see the success at the PT level also. So I'm making it the final point before I move with other main discussion points, that geography will give you more than 320. Don't worry about it. Geography plays great role in PT. You can solve around 30-40 questions once you have geography optional and deep studies of geography optional. Then even the success rate at in the final list with geography is much more than other subjects. So I have made these 3 valid points, all authentic. एक 2-3 questions और लेते हैं. One is that which is asked generally is geography has vast syllabus. So I must clarify that geography as a subject will have around 40% traditional part. This is what we call traditional part. And 60% is contemporary. Contemporary doesn't mean current affair. 40% is traditional part. Like taking example of, say you have Davis and Pink, the theory of Davis and Pink, the theory of cycle of erosion. So this will be traditional question. But say any question on climate change, any question on climate change, any question on planning, regional planning, any question on pollution. So these questions are called contemporary questions. Any question on resource conservation, any question being asked on industries, rural development को relate करो industry से. So these questions are called contemporary questions. Now if you look at the syllabus of the geography, it looks vast. There is no doubt about it. This geography syllabus looks vast, but it is not. Concentrate now. I'm in good this thing now. Geography सिलेबस में 40% ट्रेडिशनल है जो ज्योग्राफी का है and 60% is contemporary. Contemporary doesn't mean it is current. As I said, contemporary simply means that they are related to general studies. They are related to general studies. So geography optional में 60% syllabus relates to the general studies and 40% syllabus is typically like an optional. So it doesn't help you. This part will not help you in GS, but these sections will help you in general studies also. So if you look at the core part of geography, from the entire syllabus, only 40% topics or even only 30% topics belong to the traditional academic geography, which cannot be used in GS. But 60% to 75% sometimes the syllabus can be used in your GS also. So syllabus of geography is not vast. It looks vast, but whatever the extra you are learning in geography optional, that all will be used in general studies. ऐसे देखो ना, let's do a comparison. I am taking comparison with any literature subject or any subject like philosophy or anthropology even, or whatever you want to take. So all those subjects like any literature subject or say the other subject, they will have 80%. जैसे sociology है तो 80% will be its score, or maybe anthropology तो 90% will be its score, and only 10% support will be for the GS. ज्योग्राफी में कोर तो सिर्फ 30 to 40% है, कोर है, और 60% इज फॉर GS. अभी बताओ कि एक सब्जेक्ट है जिसमें तुम 40% सिर्फ ट्रेडिशनल पढ़ रहे हो और 60% का यूज हो रहा है GS में, तो इवन दो सिलेबस लुक्स वास्ट, the better decision will be to take geography as an optional because it helps you so much in the general studies paper. अब एक और छोटा सा चीज है, if you look at the optional geography optional के पेपर 1 and 2 को देखना है. Do this exercise by yourself. And here, say you have population geography. Paper 2 is also having population geography. So on the syllabus, it looks like 2 topics. यहाँ पे लगता है 1 यहाँ भी है और 1 यहाँ पर है. So it looks like 2 different topics, but actually it is not. If you read the syllabus of population in paper 1 and 2, even word by word the syllabus is similar. So actually क्या है कि this is in the world context. This is in the world context and this is in the Indian context. ये Indian context में है, ये world context में है. तो क्या है कि theoretical part will be learned in paper 1 and some case studies will be learned in the world context in paper 1, and then in paper 2 the same theoretical ideas will be applicable, the same definitions will be applicable, the same concepts will be applicable, with the only difference of taking the Indian examples, the case studies from India and some database from India. So I will never call them as 2 different topics. They are actually one. Now so population geography में तुम्हारा एक ही topic है rather than 2 topics. This is how syllabus looks vast. Now quoting again, so you have settlement geography in paper 1. Paper 2 also is having the same title, settlement geography. Now do the same exercise, go through the syllabus of settlement geography in paper 1 and then in paper 2. You will find that 90% syllabus are the same. So theoretical part we learn in paper 1, and case studies and some Indian examples will be learned in paper 2. जैसे मान लो फंक्शनल क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ टाउन, तो फंक्शनल क्लासिफिकेशन सेटलमेंट के पेपर 1 में भी है और पेपर 2 में भी है। तो अब सेटलमेंट में जो फंक्शनल क्लासिफिकेशन है, that is by Harris, by Nielsen, by Ashok Mitra. So we learned 3-4 theories in paper 1, and the same will be applicable for paper 2, citing the Indian examples. So I'm not considering this settlement as 2 sections in 2 different papers. This is actually one. Similarly, if you take more examples like that, so here you have regional planning, RP, regional planning. Here you have regional development planning. अब क्या है, ये दोनों सेम चीज है, थ्योरी यहां पर है, केस स्टडीज पेपर 2 में है। दिस ऑल्सो बिकम्स वन एक्चुअली। सो दे आर एक्चुअली थ्री टॉपिक्स, नॉट 6 सेक्शंस। इसको 6 में नहीं बांटो, दिस इज 3। सिमिलरली you have one very important here. You have environmental geography, which is divided in biogeography and environmental ecology. पेपर 1 में देखोगे तो environmental geography का 2 सेक्शन सेपरेट किया हुआ है, एक्चुअली दिस इज 1 सेक्शन। एंड इफ यू गो इन द सेकेंड पार्ट, here you have contemporary issues. यहां पे देखना है तो you have contemporary issues. So actually these 3 sections will be counted as 1 section. So we don't have so many sections to study. We have actually one environment. So when I teach my optional, I integrate biogeography with environmental geography with contemporary issues, and this becomes one section. And population paper 1 and 2 combined, that section, that becomes 1 section again. And settlement paper 1 and 2 combined, that's 1. RP, regional planning, paper 1 and 2 combined. So when you start combining paper 1 and 2 topics, the whole syllabus looks very short, very, very short. And I'm also going to complete the syllabus in 4.5 months. I will try to complete in around 130 days maximum. And in a week, I'm planning to have 2 holidays. Saturday will be your holiday, and Sunday will be your test day. So I'll be conducting test almost every week depending upon the nature of the subject. Okay, so test is definitely in my agenda, but I have made 3 points by far. I'm sorry, in the beginning of my lecture today, something went wrong technically and my mood was off also. And I am seriously carrying the fatigue of travel. So I'm really sorry for the initial 10-15 minutes which were disturbed. By far, I have made 3 points, my dear students. Point number 1, don't believe that geography is not one of the biggest subject of civil services. It is still the biggest subject. And geography is still giving you one of the biggest marks, biggest scores. It is also getting the highest number of results. So don't go by the myth which is prevailing in the market today. The rumors, don't go by the rumors. That was my first point. Second point I made was, you can score 320 plus in geography, but there are certain rules for it. There are certain rules of the game. If you follow those rules, you will definitely cross 320. What are those rules? I will talk about it. But 320 plus is always, always could be scored in geography. So that was the second point I made. And third point which I made was the vastness of the syllabus. The syllabus is not really vast. How to look at this syllabus? I have just explained that look at the syllabus from 2 perspectives. A, the perspective of your general studies, how much it helps in your general studies. So geography covers around 60% of your GS subject, GS, syllabus. And geography का अपना सिर्फ only 40% to 30% ही है, जिसको you can call it the core geography, the hardcore geography, which cannot be used in GS. But 70% syllabus अगर for any optional, if you can use in GS, use in essay, then obviously it is a very helpful subject. Then role in PT I talked about, that I'm kind of summing up now for the last 10-15 minutes, which was little erratic. In geography, the highest number of success is coming when we talk about the first level of the examination, that is your PT. तो वहाँ पे सबसे ज़्यादा results आता है और more number of people qualifying with PT because in PT you have around 30 to 35 questions from geography and environment. And I am a teacher of geography, so I cannot separate environment from geography. I have made it a point so many times now, on so many occasions. All right. Now, the three more questions which need to be responded now. The first question is whether we should read books or not. The role of books. What are the role of books in geography? Role of books and which books to study. देखो, geography is a multidisciplinary subject and geographical writing involves integration of or synthesis of multiple ideas. है ना? Geography is a subject which combines the physical science and the human science. It is not entirely arts, not entirely science. Now, this is the real advantage of taking geography, and the books doesn't help much. I'm serious. The books doesn't help much in writing your mains, because what is happening these days that in geography, one particular question will be taken from, say, physical India, and the same question can have a tail or a short question घुसा करके from agriculture, from regional development and planning. So from three different topics, one question could be synthesized. So any book, there is no book in the market which can give you the analysis of the three subjects together, you know. So what is happening that questions are being processed by the examiners, by the UPSC board, and what in the processing process, what they are doing, they are integrating, say, India physical with resource, with industry, yeah, India physical with contemporary issues and environment and ecology, the origin of Himalayas. The same question can demand the ecology of Himalayas as well. So such integrated questions are being asked. Now, when we talk about such integrated questions, there is no single book to be referred. So my suggestion will be to heavily rely on the classes and the class notes and the materials which we provide, which we have already prepared from the great works of the great authors. So I have taken some excerpts from all the great authors of geography and compiled it, little modified and edited them into a very conducive, very helpful material. So I will be providing you the booklets, and I am very notorious for dictating in the class. I am the teacher, I take all the responsibility, and I will be giving you the notes, the classroom dictated notes for every topic almost. For every topic meaning every topic. No escapism. And जैसे मान लो there is a topic called say ocean current. So that ocean current may you have to read the booklet, that's fine. But everything will be explained in the class and everything will be even modeled into answer in the class itself. And that will come in the form of writing and dictations in the class. So I want you to write in the class. That's my method. So the whole syllabus, when you learn whole syllabus in the classroom, you will find some, bundles of material being prepared in the class itself. I am not a teacher who will provide you with the printed material and say that go and read. No. I will be giving you the write-ups in the class, the dictations in the class, the discussions in the class, the question hours in the class. So I as a teacher integrate everything and every mechanism of teaching. All right, that is what helps you. Okay, so about book reading, my suggestion will be that there are two books which are very important. One is Rupa Made Simple It has part 1 and 2. This is one set of reading. Second, obviously, is the NCRT reading. So you have to, all you can have in your bookshelf is the two books, Rupa Made Simple, very thin but very useful books, and then NCRT from 10 to 12. 6 to 9 is not required when we talk about the optional. And maybe some atlas. Any atlas is a good atlas, but generally Oxford and the Black Swan. So these two atlases will help you. So read the first chapter of Atlas also. That is about the longitude and latitude and the solar, the planetary system, etc. The Big Bang theory is there. So that is what I want you to read. But I don't want to read you. I don't want you to read all these books before the classes. Let me make this point that I don't want you read anything before the classes. If you are reading NCRT, that's okay. If you have taken my my GS classes in next IAS, even that is okay. So that will be very sufficient. But if you come with complete, blank space, I am much happier than क्या बोलूँ मैं, than ever. कि अगर तुम एकदम ब्लैंक आते हो मेरे क्लास में with no idea on geography, then it is very easy to shape you up. So like you are like a clay material and I will be shaping you up into, so it becomes easier for me. मान लो कि ये बोर्ड खाली है, there is an empty board, nothing is written, there is no script on it. So on the empty board it is much easier to write for a teacher. And if you have some scribbles and some previous knowledge, it becomes very difficult for me to delete first and then rewrite the script. It becomes very difficult for me. So again, I'm repeating, even if you come in my classes without any knowledge of geography, then I'm okay with it. I'm very happy with it. Come with the blank space. No matter you have no background in geography, it doesn't matter to me. If you haven't gone through even NCRT, come blank, you are most welcome. Now, having said that, there are 2 points to be made now. One is that geography looks difficult because of 2 things. A, 2 चीजों के कारण difficult लगता है. A, one is because of the vocabulary of geography. So the vocabulary of geography is little different. I will not say difficult, I say different. Different meaning we don't use common words which are found in general parlance or found in newspapers. We don't use those general terms. We use specific terms because geography was developed in Germany mostly, or geography was developed in the Hellenistic traditions or the Greco-Roman traditions. So the Greco-Roman words have been used in multiples, and even the German words have been used all were in geography. Geography being an ancient science, we have some terms coming from the Gothic language and coming from the Indo-European group. So it looks difficult sometimes. I'm giving you one example. Like we don't use common terms like the surface of the earth. We call it terrain. अगर तुम जाओगे इंडो जर्मन लैंग्वेज में तो इट बिकम्स टेरेन, इट बिकम्स लैंडस्केप. तो लैंडस्केप यू बोलते हैं या फिर टेरेन बोलते हैं. तो समटाइम इट पोजेज challenges to the newcomers. So I will suggest you to read some of the geographical terms from a very well-known geography dictionary. So that dictionary could be added in your bookshelf, and that will be Oxford Dictionary, a general dictionary published by Oxford, especially on geography. इसका एक आता है फिजिकल ज्योग्राफी पर भी डिक्शनरी आता है, ऑन फिजिकल ज्योग्राफी, बट डोंट यूज दिस फिजिकल ज्योग्राफी, इसके लिए नो है. सो यू हैव टू रीड द ऑक्सफोर्ड डिक्शनरी as part of your habit. So make it a habit looking at the different terms of geography. And sometime what happens that from these terms only, the main questions are crafted. Truly, sometimes the terms, even if you remember the true meaning of the terms, you will be able to write your mains. Because there are one or two questions which are shocking. Sometimes they shock. They may not ask you on volcanism, they will be asking you on pseudo volcanism. Then the dictionary helps. Suddenly egg in basket topography has come. ऐसा क्वेश्चन आया है, egg and basket topography. So they are found in dictionary, they are found in NCRTs also, don't worry. तो GC Leong में भी this particular question was there. So questions are not asked out of this world. The questions are asked from the general books, but they are asking questions by picking certain key terms, है ना? तो key terms को remember करना बहुत important हो जाता है. Those key terms are found in the dictionary, and those key terms will be found in the Rupa Made Simple series also, found in the NCRT also, found in the GC Leong book also. So you have to be aware of one fact that dictionary work is required in geography. ये एक नया innovative idea है which you must accept, that you have to go through the dictionary, and dictionaries cannot be learned in a day. So what you have to do, you have to read one page of dictionary each day, so that in next 100 days you are through with the entire dictionary, and you have see, most of the terms will be partially known to you. You are not learning English language or a different language, so dictionary will be difficult. No, you already know it, you have heard of it. So you have to know the grave meaning, you have to know the literal meaning and the applied meaning of it with examples in the dictionary. So dictionary work is something which can give you the impetus, we can propel your, idea of success. It can really propel your idea of success. So dictionary work is one suggestion which I am making for you. Then second suggestion is looking at the maps. So maps are also creating a lot of fear in the minds of the students, because the map if you're looking at South America, the naming pattern, the nomenclature is very difficult. If you go to Africa, again the nomenclature is the biggest challenge for you. The names are so difficult to memorize. Now, I cannot, even I could not memorize everything about Africa and South America and some part of Eastern Europe, because Eastern Europe is having also Slavic language. So the languages are difficult. Russian languages are even difficult. Ukraine is difficult. ये सब Slavic है. तो Slavic languages का terms रटना, African languages को रटना, South American languages को रटना, it becomes difficult sometime. I understand your problems. Now, so what you have to do now is that take a dictionary and go through the vocabulary. That's one. And second, look at the atlas almost on everyday basis. So what you have to do now from today or from maybe tomorrow, that read one page of dictionary, go through the terms, don't try to memorize unnecessarily. ऐसे देखो कि क्या क्या terms है. Getting acquainted with them. You have to make acquaintance with the terms. Not really memorizing and trying to understand everything. A lot of garbage will be there in the dictionary also. A lot of garbage. But still I want you to go through those terms. That will help you. Trust me. That is going to push you a little further in your preparation. And you can score a little more than others. Because you will be in a position to write one question extra with better accuracy. And 7-10 marks more than the others. That is what will lift you from 305 to 320. वो अचानक लिफ्ट कर देगा तुमको, समझा? तो ये एक डिक्शनरी वर्क है जो करना है. After going through the analysis of all the 10 years questions now and going through the misery of some of the geography optional students, the terrified students of geography optional, it's very unfortunate that I stopped teaching in Karol Bagh for 5 5-6 years. Now I'm making a comeback. I have already made a comeback. And I'm meeting students and talking to them and asking them why you were not able to write all these questions. कहाँ डर लग गया, क्या हो गया तुम लोगों को? तो my निष्कर्ष was, my conclusion was that they are scared of the terms which are being asked. And these terms I'm telling you are very simple, and those terms are not really difficult. So you have to do dictionary work, you have to memorize some of the terms, the key terms, and that will help you. Second idea which I shared with you is looking at the map work. And when you look at the maps, then it helps you even more, because map cannot be memorized in a day. You cannot memorize the map in a day. So what you have to do, you have to take Australia for that matter and go through Australia. Australia ko dekho, look at the surrounding water bodies of Australia, look at the major mountain chains of Australia, the rivers, the lakes, the deserts, the major cities, some of the mining areas which are pointed out, one or two rivers, that's it, one or two name of the mountain peaks, that's it. Don't try to memorize everything about Australia, some of the biggest cities, capital cities of Australia. So try to do mapping of your own. That will help you also, and that helps me also as a teacher, because once you have knowledge of certain key terms and knowledge of mapping, it becomes very easy for a teacher to explain things. Now, so as I told you that books, I will not suggest you to read a lot of books here, because most of the books have been, the great works, the great excerpts from the books have been taken in your booklet. And the only necessary book, the only compulsory reading is Rupa Made Simple and NCERTs, and that too with the classes. So how to read good books? Like I'm giving you one example. So we are starting with oceanography. Our course starts with oceanography, and I'm explaining what is an ocean, why it is called ocean, how ocean is different from sea. I will always start with the basics. So once I explain the basics, then I will be doing division of the ocean, compartmentalization of the ocean, ecological zoning of the ocean. And then I will be explaining you some of the bottom features of the ocean. This is how I go about my geography and my every topic of geography. Every topic in geography needs separate introduction, separate basic learning. So before I begin with oceanography, I will have basic 1 or 2 classes. Before I begin with climatology, I will have some basic 1 or 2 classes. Similarly, for India Physical, you will have to go through the mapping session first. I take separate classes on map, at least 5 to 6 mapping classes will be taken on India. That gives you the background of learning the whole Indian geography. So I have a full plan how I will go about the entire course and how to make it much easier for you, for your faster learning. All right. Now, I don't really want you to read books before you come to my classes. That is one point which I have made very forcibly. Now, the second thing is that how to score. कैसे स्कोर करें यार ज्योग्राफी में? अब देखो, there are few tips, but I hope you understand that all these tips cannot be explained in a day. It all comes with the classes and the various topics. So I will be leading you with examples in the classes, but still I'm giving you some hint as to what can give you the real empowerment to learn geography, to write geography, and to score more. So the first idea is that write the language of geography. Geography has its own scientific language. So in geography, we don't use poetic language. Poetic languages, या उसको कह सकते हो कि flowery languages are not acceptable. Flowery languages are not acceptable. Poetic languages are not acceptable. So you have to write in scientific language. यूज करना है आपको, साइंटिफिक लैंग्वेज यूज करोगे आप. Now, what is the difference between flowery language and scientific language? जैसे मान लो कि take an example. So, take an example of what? Monsoon. So, on monsoon, if someone is writing कि monsoon is the rhythm of seasons which comes with the flowering of the great agricultural season with the raindrops ringing in our ears, कुछ भी शुरू हो जाता है पोएटिक टाइप का. ये अच्छा अप्रोच नहीं है. If you are writing on monsoon, the other person is writing on monsoon, that monsoon is the thermodynamic modification of the trade winds in the tropical region, especially the subcontinent of India. This language is good. Thermodynamic modification of the trade winds. ये scientific language है. और ये जो language है ना कि the ringing water droplets falling from the thick clouds, dense cloud of, ये जो descriptions लोग करने लगते हैं, poetic हो जाते हैं, ये language geography में acceptable कहीं नहीं है. Not even in human geography, it is not acceptable. All right. So you have to use scientific language. Scientific temperament है, scientific structure है geography का. So the first point is that you have to use scientific language. Now the second point. Second point is you have to use graphics. You have to use graphics. I will be talking about much more ideas in the coming classes, but for now, geo plus graphics. What is the definition of geography? Geo plus graphics. So, description of the earth on the basis of graphical presentation. That is the definition of geography itself. So, whenever you are writing phenomena or any physical phenomena or physical component of the earth is being explained, or any environmental component is being explained, even any human aspect is being explained, even for human aspects, even for human phenomena or physical phenomena, you have to present the facts, present the ideas, present the concepts through diagrams, graphics, flowcharts, whatever is suitable in that particular question. Even case studies, even examples, even illustrations. So don't miss on using graphics for geography. That will give you the marks. Map banana, quick India map, quick world map. Now many people ask me that how to make India map, how to make world map, because making world map looks very tiresome, very time consuming. That is not the truth. You have to make the sketch map of the world, not the true map of the world. तुम कोई कार्टोग्राफर तो हो नहीं, तुम ज्योग्राफर हो. So geographer's duty is to do the schematic map, to draw the the outer configuration of the world, and that could be done in few seconds. So world map can be drawn in 30 seconds. I will share all this in the class. And then even India map can be done in 30-40 seconds. I will again share in the class. Then alternatively, you can use the schematic map. Schematic map को भी use कर सकते हो आप. तो using a schematic map, using outer configuration maps, it helps. And remember that your map accuracy is not required. ऐसा कुछ accurate map is not required. What is required is your analysis, your understanding of the topic, your presentation, your own intrinsic ideas, your deep knowledge. So your writing will reflect everything. So you have to more concentrate on the writing part rather than drawing the correct map and the accurate maps. So drawing map, learning map is a myth in geography. They are essential tools, but they are not everything. They are essential tools, I am telling you. But don't get over obsessed with the idea of drawing maps and accurate maps. So use your graphs, use your outline maps, and then that will give you better scores. So scientific language, and second idea is graphics, using graphics. Then your third idea is in a scoring is the presentation. The presentation. प्रेजेंटेशन कैसे होना चाहिए. देखो ये this is your answer sheet. Now in the answer sheet you start writing in this fashion. तुम ऐसे लिख रहे हो. Now say you have to draw one diagram. So put your diagram here. D1 is our diagram, but continue to write on your left side. Then you have to draw another diagram. So D2, continue to write on the right side. And then continue to write. These are your conclusions. So once you write in this manner and create diagrams in this particular frame, then probably will score more because the presentation suddenly has been improved. Suddenly it looks much better than someone who is just writing and drawing diagrams randomly here and there. So this looks better. The flow is better. The presentation of diagram is much better. Then always remember that your diagrams, जो भी तुम diagrams बना रहे हो, that should be under the inset. उसको बंद करना है. Inset में close कर देना है diagrams को. And say you have drawn your diagrams with the blue ink pen, so close the inset with maybe black. So use two colors, blue and black. Don't try to be multicolor, multiplex kind of thing. So blue and black. You can use these two colors. दो कलर का यूज करो. For highlighting also, you want to highlight something here, so use different color. यहाँ पर एक different color use करके उसको highlight कर दो. यहाँ पे highlight कर दो. ऐसे highlighting करो. So highlighting with different color, opposite color rather, and then closing your diagram with different color will help you. वो answer का presentation को improve करता है. So third idea is presentation, and the fourth idea is the conclusion. So generally what the examiners do, they read two sections of your answer more. They read two sections much more than your rest of the answers. So one section will be your introduction. So how you have created your introduction, and second may your conclusion. He is definitely going to read it. I'm not saying that he will not read the rest of it, the body part. Body को भी वो पढ़ेगा, but he is concentrating more here and in the conclusion. So my suggestion is that you must write your introduction very emphatically, very emphatically. Give yourself some time. Don't just start writing. Give yourself some thoughts of some deeper thoughts. Come out with some very defining, definitive statements and create a very attractive introduction. Then write your body. Obviously, you have to justify your body, justify your writing. This is everything for the answer. But the tendency of the examiner to read your introduction and create an idea about your writing. So that is a window. It's called window to the rest of your assessment. Now, conclusion may be what you have to do. You have to sum up really well. So you have to sum up, and then you have to write something which is futuristic. So show your futuristic vision. And in geography, almost every question can have some futuristic vision. I can give you some examples, like in ocean current, you can write how Gulf Stream can solve the energy crisis of United States. There was a recent report on Gulf Stream. मैंने अभी कुछ दिन पहले ही देखा है इसको. तो वो that paragraph could be incorporated. नहीं? Maybe you're writing on say the sea level change. So there are new satellite surveys which are revealing sea level change, especially in the Indonesian island along the equator, tropical ocean, and even the capital Jakarta has been shifted to some inner part of the Java island. So you can talk about all these stories and create an impact. So that trust is important. So when you follow these 4 rules, you are going to score. But I'm telling you, there are some 11 rules for it. I've given you some 4 rules today. So you can score much more. कर सकते हो, बहुत अच्छा स्कोर कर सकते हो. And then last mains, which was held in the month of, I think, December or so, So in the last month, mains में geography questions have been asked. Some of them are very simple, directly taken from general books, directly coming from the notes, and some of the questions are kind of synthetical. Synthetical meaning they are a combo of the traditional knowledge with the contemporary issues. उसको integrate करके पूछा हुआ है. So the new trend has already started in geography because before this year there was a trend of questions mostly being asked from the population geography, mostly asked from settlement geography, regional planning. थोड़ा सा ट्रेंड शिफ्ट हो रहा है. Now the greater emphasis is again coming to the physical geography. Now we have to prepare for everything. That's the fair idea. We have to be prepared on every aspect of geography because geography will help you in GS, and I have developed a course where I'm not talking about 500 marks. When you take my geography optional will be about 1000 marks. How it is so? 500 is the optional. Then you have environment, disaster management, questions from agriculture, industry, population, demography, population, society, plus geopolitics. Now, look at this entire big section here. So that definitely covers your around 350 to 500 marks and maybe essays. At least one essay. Last year there were some essays which were probably from philosophy, as people saying, but they are not from philosophy. Some of the essays are very much correlated with the welfare approach in geography, the humanistic geography, the Marxist geography, the idealistic geography से बड़ा क्लोज था. पॉजिटिविस्ट ज्योग्राफी. तो ज्योग्राफिकल थॉट में जो पर्सपेक्टिव इन ह्यूमन ज्योग्राफी है, जो ज्योग्राफिकल थॉट का पार्ट है, वहां से भी एसेज आता है, वहां से भी रिलेटेड है, कुछ ना कुछ लिंक्ड है. यू विल फाइंड दैट लिंक. So, I mean, overall, I'm promising you 1000 marks. Now, something which you have to listen to very carefully, that मान लो geography में there is a topic called say population, या मान लो urban settlement है, and syllabus is talking about satellite town. Syllabus में लिखा है satellite town. But with satellite town, I will be teaching you what is counter magnet, what is dormitory town, what is garden city, and how our census of India has classified different cities in different ways. And I will be providing you the distinct material taken from the government papers, government websites. I'll suggest you also some websites to follow, and some material will be given to you based on the websites. तो वो भी that helps in your GS also. तो GS में भी कवरेज होगा. For environment, I am providing you one traditional booklet plus one contemporary booklet. One current affair का भी environment पे booklet देंगे आपको. On Indian society, you have traditional geography plus current. Even in oceanography, you have traditional booklet plus current. Even in climatology, you have traditional booklet plus current. So I'm providing you current all where. So I'm trying to cover your GS. Please mark, please understand that I'm not going to cover your 500 marks. I'm targeting your 1000 marks or even more. So geography and my course is going to play much bigger role that cannot be compared with any other optional, because my idea of teaching geography is a very holistic geography, a geography where you become a complete learner for civil services. UPSC का एक perfect एक अच्छा स्टूडेंट कैसे बने, वहाँ ज्योग्राफी आपको हेल्प करेगा. Okay, so this was a few things which I pointed out about geography. And I'm really sorry for the initial hiccups which I had because of that fatigue which I carried in my mind, and the initial, snags which came in between. There was some difficult 15-20 minutes in the beginning. Okay, so I think I have made few points to you, and rest of the ideas which I have to share, which which I will deliver on 15th June. So my batches are going to be started from 15th June. So some information about the batch, and 15th June will be a full-fledged class. It will be a full-fledged class. It starts from 2:30 p.m. and from 2:30 p.m. it will end by around 5 p.m. That's your, I think 15th is your Sunday. So your Sunday will be used for the first class. Now the idea of the further information about geography will be Monday to Friday. I'm having classes. I will be having classes. I'm planning classes for you. The number of hours will be 2.5 hours to maybe 3 hours. Don't try to confine the class to half an hour, 2.5 an hour. Mostly I will be completing by 2.5 hours, but get prepared mentally that sometime it could be extended up to 3 hours. Then total number of days will be around 130 days. I will like to consume. I will like to train you, and then I will be providing you some 20 to 30 video classes. 20 to 30 video classes for your basic learning. And कुछ 20, 25, 30 क्लास वीडियो लेने से अच्छा रहेगा. ये तुम्हारे बेसिक लर्निंग के लिए है. सम ऑफ द टॉपिक्स विच आर नॉट मेंशन्ड इन योर सिलेबस. आप ऐसे समझो, ये मत सोचो कि वीडियो क्लास दे रहा है, ऐसे नहीं सोचो. वो हम लोग आपस में कोर्स के दौरान बात करेंगे. विल टॉक अबाउट what is the purpose of these classes, etc. But mentally you have to be prepared that some 20-30 video classes could be given for the extra topics which could not be done in the class. समझे? तो उसका भी एक पर्पस है, बहुत ही नोबल पर्पस है. तो instead of agitating, you should accept the 20-30 video classes, or then around 130-120 days courses will be over. The rest of the information you can accumulate from the management. Thank you for today. Wishing you happiness in your life and great success. And I'm really sorry for the initial hiccups which I had. It was very difficult to come out of that, that trauma of journey, I will call, because मैं एक ऐसे जगह चला गया कि I really lost my way. Then I have to drive continuously 8 hours to reach today on time. Chalo, bye bye and take care. Thank you so much. We'll meet on 15 June. Remain boost up. Talk positive. Be positive. Take care.